Hey guys, I am in so much trouble. I think I've been bitten by the junk journaling bug. Stay tuned. All right, so welcome to my channel. This is a different type of episode that we've got today. I was contacted a week or two ago by an Amazon seller who was interested in collaborating with me on their journaling paper. I, of course, said yes because I like paper craft and I create cards, but I've never done anything with junk journaling per se. And I've watched a lot of people hauling stuff for junk journaling, and I thought, oh well, that's neat. And when I went through to do some of my decluttering, a lot of my viewers said, oh, people will use that for junk journaling, and I was like, okay. And didn't really think anything more of it because I don't need another hobby, right? Well, darn it, when I started looking at the stuff that I am getting for the collaboration, I started to get interested. I didn't want to just do a simple review on here of those papers. I wanted to actually, when I do, because this is going to be my first collaboration, right? So I wanted to do something a little bit more than just showing the product, because it's paper, and I wanted it to, not that paper's not exciting, right? But I wanted to, I don't know, just use it and see if it's actually good paper or not, because there are different levels of quality of paper. But I think maybe that's not quite as important in the junk journaling world as it is in the card making world. So I started watching a bunch of YouTube videos this weekend on how to create covers out of cereal boxes and just all kinds of things. So I realized that my office used to be upstairs, and when I located downstairs after our flood, I got rid of a bunch of paper pads, 12 by 12 paper pads, because they really weren't good enough quality for card making. They didn't slice very well on a paper slicer, that kind of thing. And so I thought, well, this isn't really very good. Well, now I'm kind of regretting that because I think they would have been really good for junk journaling. But anyway, so I watched some of these videos, and believe me, I still don't really know what I'm doing. But I decided that I wanted to go out to the Goodwill yesterday and see if I could find just some books, or not books on junk journaling, but books that would have pictures in it that I could kind of harvest for that. So instead of buying paper pads, I bought some books. So I just wanted to show you the books that I found, and we'll see if you guys think I made a good deal. Most of these, I think the most expensive book I got was $3.99, which is kind of expensive for a book at Goodwill, but I'm thinking of it as a paper pad. And I mean, granted, there will be plenty of pages in here that'll probably just get used for glue sheets or whatever, but I'm hoping that I have some good made some good purchases here. I don't know. So I thought I'd give you show you what I got. So I got the Big Book of Garden Design. This one was $2.24, and it's got, well, it's a Time Life book, and it's, I suppose I could use this flap for something, but let me see if I can flip. Like, it's got, and they're shiny pictures, which I don't know if that's the best, but then it's also got these little informational things that could be cutouts. But it's got lots of nice, I know some people do kind of floral themes with theirs, but there's some in here. Let me see if I can find one. Oh yeah, here's some. Kind of like, almost like seed packets. So I thought those might be some kind of cute pictures to go in a journal. And I feel like, let me flip and see. Yeah, there's a ton of pages with those seed things. We've got some maps. And again, I guess everybody's got, okay, so here's some actual like drawn pictures of, which I really like these. I like these probably more than the picture kind. And I know people have different styles. The YouTuber that I've been watching, and if I think of it, I'll link to her channel. She has, I think, 3 different styles she does, kind of a Victorian style. Now I'm not going to remember which other ones she had, but she has like 3 different kinds. And so when she's looking through stuff, she tries to think if those would fit into one of her themes. I'm thinking I would, of course, like to do a vintage Victorian kind of style as one of mine, just because it's cool. The idea of staining your paper with coffee or tea or whatever, that's kind of neat and old-timey, and I'm sentimental, so that kind of fits with that. And then I really like retro and geometric, so I think I would kind of pair that together. And then aside from that, maybe just topical, I don't know. But so this has, I mean, a lot of good pictures that I can cut out. And flowers seems to be a pretty dominant theme, but even some of these drawn pictures, I'm definitely more drawn to those than the pictures like this, because I don't know, it's more old-timey. I don't know. So anyway, there's just a bunch of different kinds of pictures in here, so I thought maybe that would be an option. So there's one. And then for $2.24 I got this book on trains, and so it's got a lot of train pictures, but I really like, it's got a lot of black and white ones, which I feel like if I'm gonna have a picture that's an actual photograph, I'd rather have a black and white one than a color one in most cases. So I thought those were pretty neat. And just lots of, and the pages themselves are big enough that they could be, you know, if I tore out the whole page, it could be a whole page, or I could just tear out the picture, or make like an envelope style page with a bigger picture like that maybe. But it's just got a lot of, and it's got some cool fonts like for the chapter headings, which I think could be cool to use. Just different other kind of chart things. So being that the paper is kind of glossy, I don't know, maybe it loses something in that, but it's a junk journal, right? So you make it, that's the great thing about it, you can do whatever. So yeah, so I just really like a lot of these pictures. So there was that one. And I'm saving the best one for last because I did get a really good one. So this one was also $2.24, and it was an atlas. So it's always nice to have map pages. You know, that's kind of that can be a theme, right? Travel. So it's got all kinds of great pictures, and you know, some pages that have individual pictures that I could cut out, or different city pictures perhaps. But then again, it's a nice size, so you could tear out a whole page, which would be nice. And then in the back, it's just got lists, which could also be good pages. And then this one I got because I really liked the dust jacket. I know that might be a silly reason to buy one. And this one was $3.99, so this is one of the expensive ones. But this dust jacket, it's just a really cool kind of paper. So it's kind of raised. You can see the shine, but it's a textured paper, which is kind of hard to see on here. But I thought some of these could make good pictures, you know, cutouts on things. So that's what drew me to this book. But then this one's got lots of good pictures too. I mean, it's war, but so I might have to be a little bit conscious of. But here's a cool picture of a key. And then there's quotes in here. So those could be kind of good to cut out. I kind of tried looking for a poetry book, and I found a poetry book, but the poems were too long. They wrapped around, and so I wanted, if I'm going to get a poetry book or something, I want one that I could actually cut out the whole poem and show it a little bit easier. But then, I mean, there's just some, I mean, this is kind of like an encyclopedia, so there's just cute pictures, but there's a ton of quotes in here. I didn't realize that. I mean, there's just on this page alone, there's 3. Now, like I said, you got to be kind of careful what kind of quotes or pictures from this kind of book you put in there, in case there are some that are controversial. But there's just some cool pictures and stuff in this one. But, and then I think, although maybe it wasn't this one, I've got a war diary coming up. But see, like this is cool. Cool picture. So yeah, so that's why I got that. And then another one with flowers, only this one's kind of a how-to book. But some of these books have great, like, inside cover pages that you can use that are really just like colored paper. But like this one is showing you how to do certain bouquets. So it's got nice square and rectangular pictures. I was thinking that there were some, oh, and it's got a good list of flowers and stuff, which would make good pages if that color scheme fit with what you were doing. Yeah, maybe this one doesn't quite have, I was really thinking that there were some hand-drawn pictures in here, but yeah, they really seem to be, oh, well, now I like this, drying in water, so I like that whole setup, so that would be good. So, and there's a few like this in the book. So yeah, so there's that. And that one was $2.24. You probably could care less. I don't know why I'm telling you the price, since these came from the Goodwill. It's not like you can go buy these yourself. All right, so next I have a war diary. And again, this one's got a dust jacket that you could harvest things from. I really like this part. I don't know if these are pictures from within the book or not. And again, it's got, and this is pretty thick paper, so that makes a good harvestable piece. But then this one has a lot of black and white pictures, but again, you're dealing with war kind of things, so you might have to be a little sensitive to, like, I wouldn't want to have some, there's probably some Nazi pictures in here, so I wouldn't want to use those in anything. But there's a cool kind of battle diary, and I think each of the chapters might have a page like that. And I don't know, maybe this one's not kind of the best because, I mean, some of the pictures are probably okay, but there might be quotes in here that could be harvested. But, you know, some of these are really cool pictures, but you may need to be a little sensitive about that. But even like this vehicle up here, I mean, that's kind of a cool picture. And somewhere, I think it was this one. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, there's some pictures of injured people that I wouldn't want to use. But one of these chapters had like the emblems of certain parts of the military. Like here, and here's a cute little picture just down in this corner. It's kind of vintage-like. And here's the Royal Flying Corps up here. So yeah, so I thought that would have some interesting, different kind of pictures. And then next, I got Reeses Book, because this has a lot of Southern, and see, it's got, you know, nice paper in the front, and it's both sides, which is even better. But she's got like most read books by Southern readers, so that'd be a cool thing to clip out. And she's got lots of pictures in here. There's recipes. Here's some old-timey kind of pictures. This is a great shot. So these are kind of smaller than, so they might make a short or whatever it's called when it's of a different size. Granted, I'm assuming these are her family members, but they're still kind of cool pictures. And there's well, I think I said that already. There's recipes in here. Oh, here's an Easter playlist. Like, she's got a couple different playlists in here, like songs that Southerners like. I don't think I'd put pictures of her in here per se, but some of her recipe pictures maybe. Or, you know, the fact that most of her recipes appear on one page, that would be a good thing. So yeah, so that's kind of a cool page over here with the background. So there's that. Only two more. Okay, so this one I got because I also watched a video where someone took a book like this and turned it into a junk journal. Now, I wasn't paying attention, and so this corner's kind of messed up, so then we'll have to see if I actually use that or not. But I liked it because these colors are good, would be good to work with. And they just cut out the inside of the book and then use this kind of as a pad to glue things on so you don't get glue all over your workstation. But it's a decent, it's not very big, so if I have this right, you might be able to fit a couple signature sections in one that's this wide. And then it's got kind of a neat spine. So yeah, so now I'm a little disappointed because of that, but it's a junk journal, right? So it is what it is. So that's why I got this one. No pictures or anything in it. I've also was looking for books that had colored illustrations in them, and I was looking for some of those Reader's Digest collection books that have multiple stories in them, because those have really pretty books or under the under the dust jacket too. So, okay. So here's my last one. This was my best deal. This is Mozart, and it's classical. So I found a few different music books, and I like this one the best because there's no words. But look at this. It's all just pages of music. That's perfect. So this was by far my best steal, so to speak, because music pages are very popular from what I can gather. And being that these don't have any words, I don't have to worry about offending anybody. And it's already kind of yellowish, so it wouldn't take much to add a little distressing to it. But yeah, this was great. How many pages were in this one? Does it say? 170 pages. So, I mean, that's both sides, so whatever half of that is. But yeah, that, I love that. So, super excited. Okay, I don't know if you could hear that, but my washing machine just finished a cycle. So, all right, well, that's all I was here to show you. Pretty much that I'm in trouble now, because now I think I've got another hobby I want to try out. So, I don't know. Let me know if you think I got good deals or if that was a waste of money. Like I said, each one was either $2.24 or $3.99, and I'm just trying to think of it like buying a pad of paper at Michael's. Granted, a pad of paper at Michael's is probably more usable than these books are, but they won't have as interesting of pictures, right? So, all that being said, I have my journaling paper is supposed to arrive today from the person that I'm collaborating with. I don't know how quickly I will do that video, just because I'll probably do it in sections and then piece them together so that I show the paper as it is, but then actually interact with it. So, but I'm hoping to get that done in the next few days. But yeah, I'm excited. My first collaboration, and it's for something that I am finding interesting. So thank you for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed this content, I would love for you to give me a thumbs up. I am still looking for more subscribers. So if you enjoyed this at all, please subscribe and click that bell so you can find out when I have new content coming out. And otherwise, I think that's all I've got for you for this one. And this is my lunch break again, so I'm hopefully going to get it posted pretty quickly I'm hoping to get it all pieced together and uploaded before I have to get back to work. But otherwise, wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Take care of yourself until we meet again. Bye.